Opening night is here, and we finally made it. We'll hear about that right after this.
Get ready, Chiefs Kingdom, to unleash your passion and excitement for all Chiefs content. With the up-and-coming sports media company giving you all of the Chiefs coverage. We are raising the decibels and embracing the community of Chiefs Kingdom. Elevate your fandom and join our team who loves your team. Red Kingdom Media.
Cheers!
That's right, everybody. Welcome to the new, hopefully improved episode of the Home of the Chiefs podcast, where the Chiefs are our home, and we can finally say that because we got to visit old grandma's house last weekend. We are back. Opening night is upon us, less than a week away.
Oh my goodness.
We have 6 days from the day of recording this, and man, I am never been so excited for a Thursday night in my life.
Yeah, true.
And
that's very true. I don't think I've ever been that excited about Thursday night.
More so, I'm excited to see what this Chiefs tailgate party before the kickoff way early into the afternoon is like. We're going to have a party out there in the parking lot, and we'll figure out how, but we might be able to get in right there on the floor and try to get some on the scene real time.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yep.
Don't worry, I'm almost done convincing Dale to just straight up live stream entire games if I can't, because I just like the idea.
Yeah, like a reaction, like just sit there and be like reacting to it in real time, like because he can't come in like all the time. So if he's like reacting in his own hometown, that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd love to do it. I'd love to spoil it, but if I'm on YouTube TV's broadcast, then that means I'm getting it a little later than everybody else with their better cable. So Twitter always knows its stuff first, so it wouldn't become a watch along; it'd become a refresh X feeds now.
Oh yeah.
Oh man! So as you all know, we have moved our show to my network, the Red Kingdom
Media.
And clearly, if she's here with me, you know that I took her with me. Maybe she was legally obligated to follow me.
I don't know.
But do you want to describe kind of what you plan on delivering for everybody here on this network going forward?
Yeah, I just wanted to support you and what you wanted to do. And I know you really enjoy this, and you've done really well with it so far, and I just wanted to help you push that to the next level. So I'm going to be doing like more social media like work and behind the scenes stuff, and kind of helping you out with reels and teaching you how to do things, because you just don't know like a lot of that stuff and you're not in that. So
yeah, I mentioned on Dale's podcast earlier this week that like I'm a child of the Chiefs podcast.
Yeah.
And being from a time when there was only a couple in existence.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
It's grown exponentially, so and you know, am I coming in at a bad time? Sure, but you know, just like getting into Arrowhead and getting my tickets, there is no too late. You're here. Yep. If you want, the desire's there, go get it.
Yeah.
Don't care about time and I should have done this sooner. Just go for it and hope that your dedication and your effort and your passion and your work ethic will get you where you want to go, or figure out something new for you.
Yeah. There's every season to life, and each season brings different things, and yeah, that's cool. That's really neat. I'm excited.
Me too. Yeah, I'm probably way over my head thinking thinking what all we can deliver. But I've seen a lot of the competition. I can't even call it that. I think we all are like, we all love each other and want each other to succeed and talk to each other and give advice and stuff like that. So it's just fun to see that, like, we're doing the quote right things.
Yeah.
We just have to stay dedicated to it. Don't waver, and just, if you stay dedicated and improve and just keep delivering good, then eventually the right amount of people will see it.
Yeah, exactly.
So even if it's just one person who actually ends up hearing anything I talk about this season and I meet them in person, I'll think that's the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah.
I'll said that entire years of work was worth it just to meet one cool person.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
So enough mushy stuff. We were at Arrowhead about a week ago. And
About a week ago.
Sure, it was preseason, but safe to say the atmosphere was pretty close, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, there was some empty seats, but not very many. I feel like it was full. It was more full than it was last year. I think because we have like 2 or 3 preseason games at home last year. I know there was a couple, but it was fuller than it was last year. I remember seeing more of the seats are filled and everyone's just like yelling and screaming. And then when everyone did the home of the Chiefs, that was super loud. So yeah, everyone brought their A game, which was awesome. And you got to see some of the backup players play and show off.
Yeah, it was kid heavy.
Yeah, there was a lot of kids there. Lots of parents with their little ones.
A pretty good day to go. I mean, if it was a few days earlier than that, it would have been very, very scorching hot like it was. But it tempered off right as it needed to keep it a very pleasant game.
And it was like kind of sprinkling in the beginning, but it wasn't rainy. Like I was worried kind of about that. I brought my little rain jacket, but I didn't have to bring it in, which is nice.
Yeah, and I've learned that as a tailgater, a person who parks in the parking lot way before the gates are open. What I do with parking, nothing, but
just chill around. Sometimes get invited to eat some food, hopefully.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sure if we sit like outside, if we were just like listening to music, people would just walk up to us and be like, "Hey, would you want to come join our tailgate, eat some food?"
Or
if they saw us not eating anything or something, they'd be like, "Come on, get some food."
It's like every single episode of this is just an open invitation to have somebody invite for food.
Come on, my God, which tailgate this time?
I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten all day. Please feed me. I'm going to die if I don't
sample
eat.
Like 5 tailgates.
Please, I need your barbecue or I will not live.
Somebody I saw when we were driving in, because you're driving in and I get to see like all the people's tailgates and what they're cooking. They were cooking hot wings at 9 a.m. and I was like, heck yeah.
Yes. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You're here. And hey, I need to look up the exact date, but Chiefs got a Germany game this year, so that might be like a 7 a.m., 8 a.m.
It's gonna be
kickoff.
Early.
So get up at 4 a.m. to appropriately tailgate everybody.
Cook some hot wings at like 3 a.m.
Instead of partying all Saturday, make sure you go to bed early, get plenty of rest, so you can wake up super early on Sunday and celebrate it at like 1 a.m. Just party hard.
Get some like vodka Red Bulls so you're not like tired.
And then by 1 p.m. you have dinner and you go to bed. There you go.
There you go.
Sleep till work the next day. Sleep it off.
Now you're living like the Europeans.
Perfect day. Oh boy. Yeah. So a lot of kids there. the lower bowl was pretty full as usual.
Mm-hmm. There's a new barbecue restaurant that's in like near where we are.
They filter out stuff. And don't forget about Little Caesars.
Little Caesars and their overpriced sad pizzas.
Oh no. How can you get a Little Caesar sponsorship now?
I know, no.
No. That went out the window.
Nah.
But yeah, I mean, it was cool. Good to be back there. We obviously knew that this is just minor league watching. Oh God, make sure the starters don't get hurt too bad or whatever. So, it was decent preparation. I think if it was like you said, one of the earlier week games that would have allowed Patrick to take some snaps on the field for a bit just to incite people. I think majority of anybody who walked in the stadium last week knew that he wasn't going to play at all.
Yeah.
So it was going to still experience Arrowhead, which of course is always a fun time regardless of what goes on. So
yeah,
that's why I like the preseason out. I don't care. I'm not a big fan of the fact that they basically cost the same as the regular game.
Yeah.
But it gets you in. It gives you a little taste. You get to be in Arrowhead before fall is officially starting. You classify it as summer. You get to be in a football stadium with tank top on.
Yeah, that was nice.
Just feel like, what the heck is this? This is not normal.
Yeah, knowing that 2-3 months from now you're gonna be freezing your butt off.
Hey, but that's why I'm saying you relish and appreciate that it is warm.
Yeah.
And it's weird during football, but you will accept it because you know that there could be other times it's going to be very opposite of warm.
Yeah.
All right, so let's pivot, since obviously that game had no bearing on real life. Let's go ahead and talk about why we're all here, the title of the episode. We're dropping a banner, folks. Arrowhead's getting a third banner. We showing off our Super Bowl win on Thursday night. We will be there. It will be pumped up.
That will be so much fun. We didn't get to see it it was 2020, wasn't it?
Correct.
Yeah, because it was the Pandy. So we didn't get to go and see them drop the banner the first time. So now we get to do it on Thursday, and it'll be really cool. I almost said tomorrow. Like, I'm ready. I'm just like, I'm ready to go.
Right?
I want it to be tomorrow.
Why isn't there a football game this week? No. The college gets their chance at
they get
starting this week before NFL blows them out and ratings again. Yeah, I'm excited. The third and final topic we'll go into later. It's kind of hindering my excitement for it because it gives the shred of slight doubt. But I'm not assuming there's a chance that we're gonna lose this game by any means. I mean, it's Andy Reid. It's the first game of the season. Yeah, we won the Super Bowl, but he was preparing for this game a month after the season was over.
Yeah, he's ready. Got plans.
So the Lions look pretty good, offensively at least. They look like they could be able to score some points, especially if the defense does not have all their key contributors.
Yeah.
Brett Veach said L'Jarius Sneed is not on injured reserve, and neither is Kadarius Toney.
Okay.
So maybe L'Jarius Sneed plays some on Thursday. I was speculating yesterday it wasn't going to be more than like a quarter of the total snaps because probably didn't want to rush him in. But if they need him, we'll see how much they push him. If this becomes a shootout, a game where both teams are getting into the 30s or the 40s to win, and they might press him because manning a receiver could be the difference between winning or losing.
Yep.
So, or Kadarius Toney, how much he plays. He and being ready to take another corn dog to the end zone might indicate if they can win if it's the last minute and they need a touchdown.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't want to, sound like, oh man, there's a chance we're gonna lose. I'm not, hinting at that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying I don't get to go in there with the man. We're gonna slaughter, 7 touchdowns, and we're not gonna let them score anything, and it's gonna be just a bloodbath.
Yeah. I feel like.
And if you're a banner night, that's what you want. We're going to host the team and we're going to slaughter them. And it's going to feel good. And we get to celebrate last year that we won, but look at us now. We're still winning. We can continue. And we'll be here next year doing the same thing, dropping another one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want, like, that swagger to be.
Yeah, I feel like it's not going to be as, like, intense because he's missing. Like, a part of the team is missing and everyone knows it and they can't, like, ignore it. It's the elephant in the room.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's going to be different, but we'll see. I'm still excited. I know everyone.
It's going to be theatrics.
Excited.
It's going to be pumped up. I've seen a lot of people on social media hyping it up. Let's try to break another world record.
Yeah.
Let's try to go even louder than 142.2. Let's have a new number to study. Hey guys, let's for the sake of Kansas City, I, the founder of Red Kingdom Media, Clean Pre-Tree.
That's your own name.
I'm asking you to please hit the number 158.7 decibels. I want 1587.
Yeah.
I'm asking for that.
That's cool. That'd be neat.
I'm asking for that because that would be so geeky and just be Kansas City through and through.
That would be so cool.
15.8.7. It's 15 plus more than the previous number. So that's us setting off another jet.
Yeah.
Height level.
Yeah.
And then you get a little extra just to top it off, make it a nice Kansas City round number. But I can't do that on my own. My voice ain't that loud.
Yeah,
add up everybody
everyone's
else.
Gotta lose their voices for this.
And Detroit, please, for any Detroit Lions fans being in attendance, if something like this is happening, please scream. I know you're like, oh, I don't want to cheer for your team, but hey, you want to be part of history.
Yeah.
So scream your head off, and you can say, I was in the loudest stadium on the loudest night with the loudest record in Guinness World Records. Come on.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
That can't not be exciting to you, even if you don't care for the team. If you're coming here, it's going to be an event, whether or not you believe your team has a chance to win. But
yeah, no matter what team you're on, you're like, Arrowhead's a special place.
This is going to be history. So if it looks like history is being made, make sure you play a part in it and not try to cross your arms.
Yeah, don't be that one cool kid that just like crosses their arms in the back of the classroom. I was that kid.
Don't. A non-participator.
Participate in the goofiness. Participate in the fun, because you're gonna miss out if you don't.
Yeah, you just nailed it. That was me in 2019 getting into the stadium, and that's this season of 2023 deciding to jump in this media sphere. So if you want something, go get it. And to hell if somebody says you can't get it.
Yep.
Which I guess we brought him up 3 times now.
No.
No,
the big elephant. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow, don't hurt his feelings.
That meme.
This has no live viewers currently, but yet Chris Jones is gonna find this.
Chris Jones is gonna see
share it and say like, "Wow,
this is why I'm not coming back."
Wow, can you believe the nerve of this? Yeah,
this is why I'm leaving.
But hey, Chris, visual watchers, I have a Chris Jones jersey on still.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to manifest this stuff.
Yep.
Okay. I still want this to happen.
Yeah,
I've
everyone
seen
does.
a lot of
Everyone's just like,
social
"Get it done."
media. I've seen a lot of social media change their mind on Chris Jones, saying he's not worth it, saying he's toxic, saying he's all this. The man's going for his money.
Yeah,
Okay?
he knows what he's worth. I mean, more power to him.
He's allowed to do that. Do we agree with his means here? Would we prefer he be around? Sure. But that's not Chris's biggest issue.
Mm-hmm.
And I speculated with Dale yesterday whether or not him being away from Kansas City has nothing to do with his decision. If it's all his agent's complete decision.
Yeah.
Like he's just blindly or definitely listening
He's
to them
following
and,
somebody
and
else,
going
yeah.
whatever they say.
Yeah, most likely.
I mean, it can't be that. I mean, it can't be Chris Jones has zero free will within what his contract is.
Well, yeah.
I can't say it's that deep. He was just on social media today, hanging out in his pool, smoking a cigar. He clearly went back home. He went back to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And people are being stupid saying that we're going to trade him to Miami so that he doesn't. No, stop. That's not going to happen. I'm still on the train that we're going to get something done, that the sides have been talking more.
Mm-hmm.
Brett Veach had his press conference yesterday. He was asked about it. He said they've been in communication more the last few days. I mean,
that's good.
But from Andy Reid's side today, he says, his whole stance has been, I only care for the people who are here. If you're not here, then stop asking me questions.
Yeah.
It's like, do we want him here? Yeah, but if he's not here, he's not here.
I can't answer for the man all the time.
I feel like if Andy Reid gets asked it a couple more times, it's gonna, spin into, I don't want him here. He's cancer. I don't care about Chris Jones anymore, and make it that specific where he's just trying to, be the team guy he's always has been.
Yeah. And
say I only teammate. I haven't coached him this off season, so I can only tell you about everybody else I've
coached
done this summer.
So yeah, it's interesting. Go ahead. I think Chris Jones probably has an agent telling him what he should do, and he's following their advice probably. That's what I think. Because I feel like he's listening to some other person, outside force, telling him oh, you should do this amount of time.
He has 2 agent brothers, and they are basically his biggest client. Or he is their biggest client.
Their biggest client.
Yes. So they stand to make the most money by Chris Jones making the most money.
Yeah.
And Drew Rosenhaus, who is Tyreek Hill's agent, has basically been that way before. I want my guy to look like he got the most money possible.
Oh.
Even though we all know the biggest numbers of Tyreek Hill's contract is not going to be ever paid to him. They are fake years of a contract that gets ripped up.
Wow.
And say these aren't real. These are just to make cap numbers work.
Yeah.
We can keep pushing these numbers into the future, and then we decide that these years aren't even real. You look it up after this. New Orleans Saints have basically done it nearly every year for 8 years straight or something ridiculous.
Wow.
So money can be maneuvered. The Chiefs turned $177 in cap space to a Chris Jones and Patrick Mahomes contract extensions.
True.
And made money back.
True.
From that.
Yeah.
Which is what the Chiefs are really hoping they can get done with Chris Jones right now. His money is costing him so much on the cap this year that even agreeing to pay him $30 million a year would lessen the money that they're dealing with right now, even though they're saying we would agree to pay you $10 million more on average.
Wow.
So make it make sense. The NFL numbers don't make sense. And
that is so weird.
we can keep saying, "Oh, my team is so crunched for space." Oh man, I've learned that cap space is about as fake as it can get. Cash is what's real.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
an
the
owner
money that you
doesn't have
see,
cash,
yeah.
then they can't give out a massive contract.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that, like 4 or 5 years ago with Khalil Mack being traded to the Bears. The Raiders literally did not have the funds to pay him the total amount of money that he was guaranteed.
Wow.
So the good thing about this Patrick Mahomes contract is that it is guaranteed a year before. So this offseason, they basically said, yes, we agree to have Patrick Mahomes for the 2025 season. So it's a guarantee for the next following year afterwards. So yes, we want to keep you for next year plus. Here's your guaranteed money. So in that format, it allowed Clark Hunt to put away small chunks of money instead of saying like the 500 million that it was in total. He won't have to put that in there. There's the 100 million guaranteed, and all those are the little chunks.
Yeah.
So
gotcha.
his 2021 chunk. Here's your 22 chunk. Here's your 23 chunk.
Yeah.
And he'll probably do some sort of he's probably going to do some sort of contract structure,
like a restructure,
in order to make like a little bit more, but then save the Chiefs more back end money. Because a lot of NFL contracts seem to be that way of being backloaded contracts. So if you hear 60 million over 3 years, it's not 20, 20, 20.
Okay.
It is like 10, 25, 25, or 10, 20,
like
30.
So
the number actually goes up more. And what happens is you assume that the salary cap, which is based on how much revenue the NFL teams made and all that it goes up.
Yeah.
So it's gone up a little bit, and then during COVID times, it went down just a little bit, and it hasn't had a giant spike yet. I think after this and next year, especially, we're in for another giant money hike that will basically say, I want it to happen. Chris Jones, Brett Veach, get it done. Give him his $30 million a year for 3 years, and Chris, if you want a 4th year, then we'll talk about it. But get it done. Get your $30 million, because in 3 years, Chris Jones at $30 million will not look like a lot when somebody else is somehow making $40 million.
Yeah, that's true.
It already happened that Patrick Mahomes' contract became a bargain bin. He's already not one of the highest paid quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Because he didn't ask for that. He asked for structure. He is the type of guy that doesn't want to worry about all these other things. I want to worry about getting better at my craft and competition. That's what he loves to do. And he doesn't do anything else. And that's why you have good teams. Good teams on the field, good teammates, and good business and personal teams off the field that help him dedicate where to be putting his time and to take care of things off of his plate that he doesn't need to worry about this week. So, and he's learned that from a very early age. He grew up with a Major League Baseball dad. Whether how rich they were, I don't know, but he grew up in that lifestyle, and he grew up around professional athletes, and he saw what the hell they had to do to get to that level. And he clearly decided early on, I'm doing that. And he has that gumption in him, regardless.
He does. He has the knowledge, and that's really cool.
And none of it comes from a selfish or like I'm better than you, prove myself attitude.
Mhm.
It all comes from like a confidence. Just
Yeah, he's confident and
exuding
he's
it.
humble, and he wants to teach people, and he wants people to learn from him.
Right. Yeah, that's good. Well said. He thinks of people as like his friends, and he's just trying to like inform and make people happy.
Yeah.
So that's a good point. So Travis, he just said in his New Heights that he's begging you to come back, Chris. So please, as the eldest member of the Chiefs, you are responsible to listen to Travis Kelce's authority, and if he says you have to come back, you have to come back. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. He's older. He's more tenured.
He's wiser.
He's the oldest. You gotta listen to him. I know you're bigger. I know you're taller. So you could take him,
Okay.
but come on, you gotta leave Travis alone. And Jason, his comment about no, you need to stay. Don't come back. He just don't want you to eat him up.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to revisit
He doesn't want to
Super
face
Bowl.
you in that Super Bowl again.
Yeah, he's like, oh man, let's keep that giant man away from me.
Yeah.
I don't want him on the field when I am. So sorry, little bro. I'm gonna just maybe stir the pot a little bit more.
They're funny.
Love the Kelce boys.
Yeah.
Jason's getting a Prime Video series about him. I don't know if it was the year that we already had.
I think, yeah, it was previous year.
Well, then we know how it ends for him. Good for
Yeah.
us, but he ends up very sad.
I know.
Poor Jason.
I know.
Too bad he couldn't have came here.
Yeah, that'd be cool to see him on the same team.
God, I remember like 3 or 4 years ago, like after Philly had reached their new peak and then were drooping.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, you got to bring Kelce, bro, here. You got to reunite them. Let him retire with his brother. That's got to be the most fun experience. So, he probably had that mindset and was like, no, I'm going to do something else with my brother, and that's it.
Yeah, that's true.
So
competition's always fun too.
True, if you can say you're better than your brother,
Mm-hmm.
nothing.
Yeah, the ultimate
Nothing sweeter than that, except maybe a Super Bowl ring. Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
No, your brother's got 2 on your 1. But I mean, those guys are funny.
Mm-hmm. They're cool.
Very entertaining. Season 2 of that just started, so they really have not taken a break.
They haven't. I was thinking that. I was like, wow, they've been.
I
really
can't remember
busy.
when they stopped. It was like sometime during the summer, but it was also the summer when they were still making stuff too. So maybe they only had like a month or a month and a half or a 2-month hiatus, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I think maybe not even that.
These guys have been working, and they were in the Super Bowl, so that means they worked in February.
Yeah.
And then they've been doing podcasts. Like, these guys have not had a break.
They've not stopped.
So maybe that's their personality. Maybe they're the type to just go nonstop.
Probably.
Well, Travis, go nonstop for us for about 10 more years if you want.
Oh yeah.
I told Dale, he needs to get to like at least like 4 years old and retire a Chief. I don't care what it takes. And all this talk that he's not getting paid enough, and a new tight end got record-setting money, and people saying, why isn't Travis asking this much? Travis needs to talk to Chris Jones about how to make more money. And it was like, guys, he wants legacy. He wants wins. He wants teammates. You guys don't understand. I don't need the money from the NFL.
Exactly.
I'm getting money from other places.
Yeah.
I am a brand now.
Exactly.
I
have enough money. I don't know what to do with it.
Joe Burrow isn't quite a brand yet, and he's going to ask for the moon. Cincinnati's going to have to give him part of their city to afford him.
True.
Justin Herbert got a crap ton of money all at the same time. Deshaun Watson got a whole bunch of money all at the same time.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that turns out. It looks like their team building sucks. their ability to keep a roster healthy and competitive the whole year isn't working. So you have to build a complete roster.
Yeah.
And that's why I want Chris Jones signed. Like, he is worth the money. He is your defense.
Yeah.
You've caused this, Chiefs. You caused this, Andy and Brett. You caused this because you made Chris Jones your centerpiece and he balled out.
Yeah.
And now you don't want to pay him.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what the image is.
Consensus is.
That's what Chris Jones is trying to portray to everybody.
Yeah.
I just want my money and I ain't getting my money. If I got my money, I would be there by now. Maybe that's not true.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Chris Jones'
else.
intention to sit for as long as humanly possible. Brett Veach says he's totally ready to come back for Thursday Night Football. And we see him today chilling in his Miami pool.
Yeah, he's definitely not.
I know it could just be Brett Veach doing some GM talk and just saying what he's supposed to say, whether it's actually factual or not. But, you know, it's not looking like he's going to be there. And that sucks because he was a big part of winning the championship last year.
Yeah.
And that's why I selfishly want him there, because it is every much a celebration about Chris Jones as it is for everybody else on the team.
Yep.
So, yeah, I want Chris Jones to have that experience. Like, I don't want him to be years out and saying, man, I missed out on the banner drop of the Super Bowl that I can say I had a big hand in us getting to. And a hand that I have argued may cost from going or winning a Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
It could be that. It could be the difference. The AFC is stacked. I'm sure the Chiefs are favored to win every game they play, but it's football. Any given Sunday, baby.
Yeah.
Any given Sunday.
Yep.
Anything can happen. Any injury can happen.
Yeah.
Any one-hit wonder of a player that's going to ball out, never hear from him again. That's what makes the NFL exciting. And I want a complete, full, dominant team. And not having Chris Jones gives me that pause. Our offense is still godly. We can put up the points. We'll still win games. But losing a game or two more could cost the Chiefs not having a bye week, which the Chiefs excel when they get them, or not hosting the game in Arrowhead. And I selfishly want them to host a game in Arrowhead. I'm sorry.
I do.
I want that. I'm sorry. I want that, Twitter world. I want the Chiefs to play in my city because they are the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And I like this city.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Glad we sorted that out. Now we just need a Super Bowl in Kansas City that features Kansas City. And then I'll just have a heart attack the next day. And somebody else could carry on the channels. Well, I think we've had quite a journey here.
Yeah, I think we've ranted a lot.
I think we've shown our excitement about this team, about the drama that's going on with them, but more importantly, that football is actually back and a real football game between your Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions is taking place this coming Thursday, September 7th, 7:20 p.m. Make sure to check in early. If you're not in Arrowhead parking lot, make sure to check in the Kansas City Chiefs channel. They're broadcasting a party. Make sure you get a part of that because we are all part of Chiefs Kingdom, whether or not you live in the vicinity of Chiefs Kingdom or not.
Yes.
So don't ever think that just because you're not around here, you don't count.
Yep.
I would recommend everybody come here at least once a year because it's hard to beat this atmosphere. But I know y'all can celebrate the Chiefs from your couch wherever you are, and that's what makes it great. That's what makes it connectable to everybody. That we can all be rooting for the same team, even though you may not be anywhere near me or look anything like me or speak anything like me.
Exactly.
So I love connecting with people, and I hope that this season we get as many chances as possible to connect with people and ultimately give people another platform to speak.
Yeah.
This is a fan-centric podcast, and this is supposed to be from a fan-centric point of view. So we would love others to be able to tell their story of why the Chiefs are important to them and what they plan on doing to and around Chiefs Kingdom to celebrate it.
Yeah.
So if you got anything that you would like to communicate to the masses, if you want to say that with us, if you have anything you want to say to fellow Chiefs Kingdom members, diehards like yourself, and you want to feel a little closer to people, this is the place for you. And I highly encourage you to reach out and get a chance to speak your mind.
Yep. Tell your story.
Oh, folks, that does it for the Home of the Chiefs podcast, presented by Red Kingdom Media.
Woo.
I hope you have a great, fantastic, amazing rest of your day and the rest of the week. So Thursday comes a little sooner. Get plenty of rest. We're going to need it for our vocal cords.
Drink a lot of water.
And as always, go Chiefs!
Thanks for checking out this update straight from the heart of Chiefs Kingdom. We appreciate your passion, so please leave a like and follow us wherever you tune in from. See you next tailgate, your trusted source for all things Chiefs. Red Kingdom Media.